Welcome to Informatica video. This is Babu Ganesh. Today we are going to discuss about result set masking of SQL Server stored procedure using dynamic data masking 9.9.1. This DDM 9.9.1 will support only SQL Server stored procedure result set masking. And today main objective of this video is finally we want you to successfully mask the result set of SQL Server stored procedure. To achieve this, we need to follow few processes like adding DDM SQL Server services, defining SQL Server database, configuring connection rules, adding few rule sets and security rule set. Now we will watch demo. Once you are logged with DDM Management Console, you can able to view this window. To add SQL Server services, select DDM Server node and click on Tree to add DDM services. Here we can choose DDM for SQL Server and choose this option and click on OK to save the services. And now to configure DDM database, select the DDM home and click on Tree to add database. Here choose the database type as SQL Server and enter the DDM database name as SQL Server DB and enter the server address as SQL 19 and server port will be 1433 and enter your login credential. Once you enter the credentials, do the test connection. This test connection should be valid. Click on OK to save the database. To add connection rule, select the DDM SQL Server service and click on Tree to add connection rules. It will take you to the connection rule editor window. Here we need to add two rules. To add first rule, click on action to append a first rule. Enter the rule name is switch DB and choose the matcher as all incoming connection and choose the action as switch to database. Here enter the DDM database name SQL Server DB and choose the processing action as continue and click on OK to save the first rule. To add second rule, select the DDM for SQL Server and click on action to append a second rule. Enter the rule name, use rule set and choose the matcher as all incoming connection and choose the action as use rule set. Here enter the first rule set name XML procedure and choose processing action as stop if applied and click on OK to save the second rule and finally update the rule and close the window. To add rule set, select the DDM home and click on Tree to add rule set. Here enter the rule set name as what we provided in the connection rule. The name should be similar. Rule set name will be XML procedure call and click on OK to save the rule set. Select the rule set which we created and click on Tree to add security rule set. So it will take you to the security rule editor window. So here we need to add one rule. To add a rule, click on action to append a rule and enter the rule name as rule 1 and choose the matcher as procedure call and enter the procedure name. For my example, I have procedure name as example stored procedure. Enter the stored procedure name and choose the action type as process result. So here enter the second rule set which we need to configure. Rule set name will be XML column mask and choose the processing action as stop if applied and choose the log when rule is applied and click on OK to save the rule and finally update the rule and close the window. To add a second rule set, again select the DDM home, click on tree to add a second rule. Enter the rule set name. So here the rule set name should be similar as what we provided in the previous rule set. XML column mask. Click on OK to save the rule. To define security rule set, select the rule name and click on tree to add security rule set. So here we need to add two rules. To add first rule, click on action to append a first rule. Enter the rule name as rule 2 and choose the matching method as metadata and choose the content type as column name, and here enter the XML table column name. For my example, I have column name as XML masking column. Enter the column name and choose the identification method as string and choose the action type as content masking. So here enter the third rule set name, XML export. XML export and choose the processing action as continue and choose this option log when rule is applied and click on OK. Now we need to add mandatory rule. So this rule should be mandatory. Without this rule, masking won't be happen. To add a rule, click on action to append a mandatory rule. So enter the rule name as rule mandatory and choose the matching method as any and action type as apply masking and choose the processing action as stop if applied and select this option and click on OK to save the rule, and finally update the rule and close the window. To add a third rule set, again select the DDM home and click on tree to add a rule set. So here we need to enter the rule set name as what we provided in the previous rule, XML export. Click on OK to add a rule. To define security rule set, select the rule and click on tree to add security rule set. So here we need to add two rules. To add first rule, click on action to append a rule. Enter the rule name as rule 3 and choose the matching method as metadata and choose the content type as export. Here, according to our example, we need to provide export. In my example, I have this export and choose the action type as masking action. We need to select masking and choose the data type as string and masking type as redaction. Enter the prefix value as 1 and suffix value as 1 and whatever values we can provide. For example, I provided 1 and enter the value as star 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 and choose the processing action as continue. Select this option and click on OK to save the rule. So here also we need to add one mandatory rule. To add a rule, select the XML export, click on action to append a rule. Enter the rule name as rule mandatory. Matching method as any and action type as apply masking. Select processing action as stop if approved and choose this option and click on OK to save the rules. Finally update the rule and close the window and log in with your database tool. Once you log in with your database tool, connect with DDM. Here just I am going to call the procedure name. I'm going to execute this command. Yes, we did. So here we can able to see the mask results. So that's all about SQL Server stored procedure masking.
If you have any feedback, please reach out to us. Thanks for watching. Thank you.